Hi, welcome to a 25-minute full body workout inspired by Lagree and Pilates. Today, the only equipment you'll need are sliders. We like to keep it simple here. You could use cardboard, paper plates, or if you're in a hardwood surface, some socks. But we're going to start in our bear position. So you're going to be in a tabletop position, and then you'll press your legs out to that plank position, keeping your back flat like there's a glass of wine that you don't want to spill. When you drag your feet in, stop when your hips and knees are at 90 degrees. A modification here is just holding that bear position, so keeping your hips and knees at 90. I didn't get much of an introduction in this video, so I just wanted to dive into this workout. Keep working out while I give more info. Today's workout will start with abs, as you're already in it, arms, legs, and then more abs. You have about 10 seconds here, and then we're going to pulse in that bear position. You are killing it, keeping those abs tight. You want to think about pulling your belly button towards your back. I always want to encourage you to play music in the background for your workout. We're working on having some background music, but it's still in the making. All right, as we drag that back in, we're going to go into a pulse in 3, 2, 1. Tap your knees down and let them hover about 1 inch off the ground. You're here for 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Head down into a plank position on your forearms. We're in a reverse saw, so you're going to push back through your shoulder girdle. So move your feet back as far as you can and then slowly pull your body until your shoulders are over your elbows. Do you see my shoulders are initiating this movement? You should not be moving through your hips and your legs. For a modification, you'll just hold this plank position. Ten seconds left here. You're going to keep those sliders and head into a crunch. Crunch in 3, 2, 1. Flip over to your sit bones. Place the sliders under your heel. Send your feet forward as you lower your shoulders towards the ground and then slowly come back up. Let's try to keep a slow count of 4 here. You also want to stop before your shoulders hit the ground to keep tension in your abdomen. Make sure that your stomach isn't doming. Engage that transverse abdominis, keeping your stomach flat, pulling your belly button deep into your back. If you want an extra challenge here, stop before your shoulders get to that 45-degree angle to put some more strain on those abs. For a modification, you'll just move your upper body, keeping your legs still. Next, you'll keep your upper body still and you'll pulse your heels in 2 inches, out 2 inches. Pulse in 3, 2, 1. And switch. You'll keep your legs still and pulse your upper body up 1 inch, down 1 inch. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Let's flip over. We're wrapping up abs here and heading to arms. We're going to go into a modified push-up. Keep your hips in that nice diagonal position. Don't let your hips drop. I want you to focus on getting full extension and going all the way to the ground till your elbows are past 90 degrees. For modification here, just hold that plank position. You're here 10 more seconds and then head to a tabletop position. This next one will sneak up on you. It's a little spicy. Head to a tabletop position. I call this eyes wise tease. You'll take your arm straight above you as high as you can and then you'll lower it 6 inches, moving in that radius here for 30 seconds. In 5 seconds, we'll draw small baseball-sized circles with our hand. In 3, 2, 1. And switch directions. Was I right? Are those back muscles feeling it? Heading to the Y position in 3, 2, 1. Same thing here. Bring your hand up as high as you can, and then you're going to lower it down to the ground. I know we missed the baseballs. We're going to draw circles in 3, 2, 1. And switch. Head into that T position in 3, 2, 1. They don't call them Pilates arms for nothing. I know your arms are burning just like mine. Let's push through. We have less than 45 seconds on this side, and then what's done on the right must be done on the left. Circles in 3, 2, 1. If you want to challenge yourself, try to bring your hand 1 inch higher. Switch in 3, 2, 1. It's time to tag your left arm in 3, 2, 1. Kick the left side off in that I position. So you've done it. You know what to expect. Let's put our mind there and push our bodies. We are halfway done through arms. Let's finish up I with our beloved circles in 3, 2, 1. And switch directions. Y position next. Remember, you'll bring your hands out to that diagonal, lowering your hand to the ground and back up as high as you can, keeping that tabletop position. Drawing small circles in 3, 2, 1. If you want to challenge yourself, keep your hand as high as you can. Can you lift that hand 1 inch higher? And switch directions in 3, 2, 1. In 3 seconds, we're going to head into the T position. 3, 2, 1. While we're here finishing up arms, take a minute to realize we just used our body weight for this arm block. You can do so much with minimal equipment, and I just want to be the biggest advocate of that. Finish strong. We've got circles, and then we are done with our arms today. Circles in 3, 2, 1. Switch in 3, 2, 1. Finish arms strong. We're here for 3, 2, 1. You'll pop up onto your feet, grab a slider and place it under your left foot, lower down into reverse lunge. You'll send your foot back. Make sure you keep that knee over your ankle. You don't want to see your knee pushing past your toes. For modification, you can use 2 hiking poles or a cane or a stable chair to help maintain your balance. If you need to challenge yourself on your way up, stop before that right leg gets in full extension. You want to keep some tension in your quads. Send your foot back to the farthest position. We're here for a pulse. Back to full range in 3, 2, 1. You'll slow rise up on a count of 4. Heading to an isometric hold on that right side with a heel raise. You'll lift your heel up and down. For a modification, let's just hold it low here. 5 seconds left here, then we'll head into that side lunge position. 3, 2, 1. You'll send your left leg out to the side. You'll get low in your right leg, swoop it back, and then slowly stand up through that right side. So we'll do it together. Send your leg out to the side, bring it back behind you, and slowly stand up through that right side. And switch directions. You'll send that leg back. As you're low, you'll bring it out to the side, a little harder here, and then you'll stand up through that right side. Let's see how low we can get in this last move here. Next, you'll head into a curtsy lunge in 3, 2, 1. You'll cross your right foot over your left, sending your left heel back towards the diagonal. With this, you don't want your knee to pass your toes. You want to keep that tension in your glutes. You can have a slight hinge in your back if that's more comfortable. Let's head low into a pulse on our right side in 3, 2, 1. You're moving through that right side up an inch, down an inch. It's getting spicy, ladies and gents. Let's head into a moonwalker. You'll slide that foot forward, stopping when your knee is under your hip, and then send it back. Stay as low as you can in that right side. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Keep that slider and let's head to your knees. You'll place the slider under your right knee. We have kneeling inner thighs. Keeping your body weight evenly distributed between your knees, you'll send your leg out and then pull it back in. For modification here, you can just move one leg at a time. But if we're doing it full force, you'll have your weight evenly between your legs, pushing your knees apart and squeezing back together. In 5 seconds, you'll send your legs out to your farthest point and we'll sit back for a squat in 3, 2, 1. Maintain the farthest point. You might feel a stretch in those inner thighs. You'll send your bottom back towards your heels. Sit low for a pulse in 3, 2, 1. Here for 3, 2, 1. Let's flip that slider to the other side. We'll start with full range, kneeling inner thighs. Send it out as far as you can, keeping your body weight evenly between your knees. Here for 3, 2, 1. We're wrapping up a leg block here. We'll start with our lunges on our left side. Keeping your right heel high, send that right leg back. Make sure on the left side your knee isn't over your ankle. If you want a challenge, don't come to full extension. Keep a slight bend in that left knee. Heading into a pulse in 3, 2, 1. I want to say we are putting in work. We only have 5 to 6 minutes left of class. Let's finish strong. We're going to go back to full range in 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise back up in that left side. Heading into an isometric hold on the left side in 3, 2, 1. You'll lift and lower that left heel. Honestly, this is probably my favorite move of class. Our calves did not get much love today, so let's really engage them here while we can. Up next, curtsy lunge in 3, 2, 1. Cross your left foot over your right. Keep your right heel high, sending that slider back as far as you can. Our cheeks are cheeking. You have 30 seconds left here. We are almost done with legs. Let's finish strong. I think I have time. Let's sneak one more pulse in there. You'll send it down to your lowest point and pulse in 3, 2, 1. If only y'all could hear me. My glutes are screaming too. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Oof. I know we're glad to be out of that. Next, we're going to go into moonwalker. So we'll send our foot back, get low on that left side, slide your right foot in, stopping when your knee's under your hip, and back out. Last move of this leg block. How are you going to finish? In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, stretch out those hips if you need it. I know mine are tight. We're heading into a teaser on the left side. Head into that tall plank position, crossing your left foot over your right. You're going to bring your hips up towards the ceiling and back down into that high plank position. I want you to really squeeze your abdomen. Think about bringing your left hip into your left chest. For modification, just hold this twisted plank. Next, you'll send your legs back for a hold in 3, 2, 1. We're here for 10 seconds. Next, side plank in 3, 2, 1. Come on into your left arm. Your top foot is going to be out straight. Your bottom foot is going to be on the slider. You'll bring your knee up, stopping when your hips and knees are at 90, and sending that leg back out. We're in a side plank here, marching with our left leg. For modification, just hold the side plank. If you need another modification, you can come onto your knees in the side plank. 10 seconds left here. Let's not let that hip drop. Stay in that nice diagonal position. You're headed to a tabletop position in 3, 2, 1. You'll grab those sliders, placing them under both hands. Tabletop position with your hips and knees at 90 degrees. You'll send one hand out, keeping that elbow straight and back in. Check in with your body. Are your hips and knees aligned? Are your shoulders over your wrist? Is your back flat? Are you leaning more to one side than the other? Five seconds left here. Then you'll head to a teaser on the right side in 3, 2, 1. Back in that tall plank position with the right leg across the left. You'll bring your hips up toward the ceiling. Sending our legs back for a hold in 3, 2, 1. We are officially at the last minute of class. Let's finish strong with this hold, and then we have a side plank with march on our right side in 3, 2, 1. Flip over to that right side with the forearm down, tall plank position with your top foot down and your right foot on the slider, bringing your knee up towards your chest, stopping when your hips and knees are at 90, and sending that leg back out. We are at the 30-second countdown. Let's squeeze every ounce out of those obliques. And rest in 3, 2, 1. Whew. Let's send it back into a child's pose to stretch out those hips and our back. Take a minute here to show your body gratitude for what it did, what it can do, what it's going to do. Roll up into an upward dog to stretch out those hip flexors. Next, let's go into a pigeon to stretch out those glutes. Listen to what your body needs. You can roll side to side, forward and backwards. You can head into the full splits. Today was a tough workout. We put in a lot of work and intensity with our 2 measly little sliders. It's a nice reminder that you don't need the fancy equipment to get in a great workout. You can move yourself in your backyard, in your living room, at your mama's house, at your baby daddy's house. I mean, we can essentially get it in wherever we need. When you're ready, switch sides. We'll stretch our left leg, starting off in a pigeon stretch. Listen to your body move in a way that feels comfortable to you. I want to take this time at the end of class to thank you for joining. Thank you for pushing yourself through this workout. And I want to welcome all feedback, good and bad. You can directly message me or leave it in the comments, whatever's easiest for you. I create these workouts to bring Pilates, Lagree, reformer style workouts to your home to make it accessible. It has been a game changer in my fitness journey, just improving my overall endurance, stability, and core strength. And sometimes the fun, fancy studios and fitness classes aren't available or feasible to everyone, so I wanted to bring these workouts to you. Let's end with stretching our arms. We did get some intense back work in today, so let's not forget to love on those back and shoulder muscles. I want to thank you again for joining. Hopefully you'll be back next Sunday for the Sundays shakes. Next week I'll be doing more of a beginner class, and you will need a band and a slider. So bring those handy with you. There'll always be modifications to meet your fitness level. Thanks again. Bodies by Her.